Good evening, everyone. I'm Linka Watridge, and thank you for inviting me to your Crisis and Disaster Management meeting. I'm here tonight to share with you Marin County, California, and our Crisis and Disaster Management plan, and hopefully you'll walk away tonight with some thoughts and ideas for how you can take this back to your own communities. So we're going to focus on the demographics of Marin. We're going to look at local disasters, disaster response, and a risk analysis with some ideas of things you can take back to your communities, 5 most likely local disasters within our community, and then leave you with some recommendations. So let's start with the demographics of Marin County. Marin County is located just north of San Francisco and the Golden Gate Bridge, and is in a small area that covers about 520 square miles. And according to the US Census Bureau, the population is about 260,000 with a median age of 46 years old. The county is known for its natural beauty with over 80% of the land being protected, open space, and it has a thriving economy. The demographics of Marin show predominantly white population, around 70% of the community, followed by Hispanic and Latino at 15%, Asian at 8%, African American at 3%, and about 5% all other. The median household income is about 140,000 and is making it one of the wealthiest counties in the United States. Marin County has a well-developed infrastructure that includes a network of highways, public transportation, communication systems. We're also near 3 major airports. The geography of Marin County, which also makes it so attractive, is that it is surrounded by rugged terrain, coastal regions, the San Francisco Bay on one side and the Pacific Ocean on the other. But this beauty also comes with its risks. The county is prone to several natural disasters, including wildfires, earthquakes, landslides, and flooding. However, in terms of business and government infrastructure, Marin County has a strong local economy with industries such as tourism, healthcare, and technology driving its growth. The county government is composed of a board of supervisors and several departments, including public works, health and human services, and emergency services. The real risk for disasters in Marin County is high given its location, and I'm going to share some of the details with you as we move through. So local disasters, as I just mentioned, we have experienced just in 2017, we lost 36,000 acres of land due to wildfires, as well as many homes. And it's a reality, not only a fire season, as we used to call it in the fall, but it is a year-round risk. And flooding, while this seems counterintuitive, wildfires and flooding, we do have droughts, and then we have excessive amount of rain and snow that happens every 10 years and has happened in 2023. We've had major flooding in Marin County, and we have very many houses that are at risk by living on hillsides and on the edge of creeks and rivers. And then we have earthquakes, and we are located right on the Hayward Fault. So let's talk about disaster response. Clearly, an emergency plan is essential, and a communication strategy, so that not only do folks know where they can get correct information, but they also have communication plans within their own neighborhoods and their own families, so they know how to reach one another, where to meet. And then backup power supplies are essential. The infrastructure, making sure that you have insurance, that you have earthquake protection on your household, that you have removed defensible space so that the fire department can help to protect your home in the event of a fire. And then one that I really want to stress here is that every resident of this county should have a go bag. And what a go bag is your everything you need for 7 to 10 days to survive, including clothing, food, water, batteries, anything that you would need. And then, of course, emergency drills. So every community should have practice drills so that every neighborhood, every citizen can participate to some degree, and that we know who those vulnerable folks are, so that we can help our neighbors and make sure that they get safely evacuated from any high risk area. So, risk analysis of future disasters. This is something you can take to your community. So, what types of events are likely to occur? You need to really identify and not pick an earthquake if really what you're faced with is tornadoes or hurricanes. What is the probability of that event occurring? What is the anticipated impact on the community? And what are your capabilities that already exist in your community today? And what are the gaps so that you can fill those gaps between now and your next disaster? So, what are the 5 most likely disasters? I think it's pretty clear when we talk about Marin County. We talked about earthquakes, even tsunamis, where we've had tsunami warnings in the past 10 to 20 years. One has not touched down on the coast here, but it is a reality and could cause some serious flooding, wildfires, a way of life, landslides, and flooding. It's due to our geography. It's a lovely climate, but it also puts us in drought situations. PG&E, our power company, has responsibility as well, and their poorly outdated infrastructure has ignited many fires throughout the state. They are moving to correct that situation. Building locations. Let's think about where we are building new homes, new businesses. Are they in safe areas, or are they in the path of a natural disaster? And then, of course, the Hayward Fault. We're living right on top of that here in Marin. Finally, let's conclude with some recommendations. Have a sound community and personal plan. And that is something that is essential and has to be communicated throughout your community and regularly. Participate in mock emergency drills. So, neighborhood programs are a real plus and can get the community really prepared and ready to help their neighbors. And it's important that the community participates in and takes it seriously. Prepare an evacuation routes for the town and community. Make sure folks know where to go when they need to leave town. Maintain a communication plan. So, how do your residents get factual information in a timely manner? And then, even the residents should have their own neighborhood communication plans, as well as within their own families. Where do we meet? How do we stay in touch with one another? Educate, educate, educate constantly, and you need to do it year over year and quarterly if you can. Really make sure that your folks, and use many different types of communication, social media, mail drops, knocking on the doors. We actually have the firemen come out a few times a year and they check in with us to make sure we have our working fire smoke detectors and that we have defensible space. So thank you so much for your time, and I hope you'll be able to take the information I provided and take that back to your community so you do your own analysis. Thanks for your time.